Okay, take two. I went to turn you around and hit the wrong button. I apologize. I just ended it. Didn't mean to do that. But anyway, back to what we were talking about in the first video that I published. That I put up for you today. I've been through here weeding and hoeing, as you saw me do in the first video. I've been out here working a little bit every day. This is a burgundy bush green bean. And I noticed, I've already harvested some today, but I noticed there's a lot more of them in there. Leave my little hoe there. This is a lemon basil. I wanted to say a mint basil, that didn't even make sense. Marigolds, red Reuben basil, sage, a rosemary there in the middle, thyme, more of the red Reuben basil. Just planted some of that out in the field too. Empty container where we harvested the second batch of sweet potatoes that I did not post, but it looked good too. I was very happy with it. Same here. These were just left to go to whatever, and I've been walking by and pulling out weeds as I go. This one had actually eggplant growing in it, and when I pulled the eggplant out came a sweet potato. I've just kind of left this alone. If it wants to be sweet potato, I'm fine with that. I've already got some starts in there, but I might know that this side is for start, this side is for growth. I don't know. I just put a little sweet, I'm gonna probably plant that somewhere else. I'll leave it out for right now. And yes, of course, I've got to pull a few more weeds. This one also had sweet potatoes in it. I'm gonna put everything back in there, and that's probably going to be one of the areas that we grow carrots in. And yeah, everything in, but the walkways are really overgrown. Mint and weeds. And weeds. I tell you what, the chickens absolutely loved me doing all this work because they got so many treats today. I cannot tell you how many buckets and handfuls and baskets of weeds went back to them today, because I did a lot of weeding out in the field too earlier today. More mint. Nothing right now. I left, let's see if I can find them. I pulled all of these and I was yanking them out. You'll just kind of go up the plant, because I don't want it to go to seed and make even more of a mess. But there was one of those caterpillars that turns into a butterfly. I don't know a lot about that. Both of my parents do, though. I don't see the little bugger now. But because he was on it, I left this one for him. Now, I don't see him. That thing may go to my chickens. But I hear Mr. Red, or nope, that was Rebel, yelling at me now. And did some work in here, pulled some weeds in here, and that's my broadleaf basil. And this basil's been, well, not this one, but the seeds of. I planted this in Jensen, let it go to seed, brought the seeds out here, and it's been regenerating here ever since. I only have 2 of them though, so I'm gonna have to stop cutting on them and let them go to seed a little bit. Over there we've got fennel. The fennel's going to seed. It is so pretty. And the butterflies just absolutely love it. Caterpillars do too. We don't use a lot of fennel, to be very honest, but it's been growing here for like 18 months, year and a half or so, maybe more. Got some chives right over there. This again was fennel. I pulled the seeds off with all intention of taking them in to put them in a spice jar, and I think I ended up just dropping them, letting them grow again. Another container of mint. Really don't have a lot growing down in this end of the garden. I'm looking around. I have asparagus, but yeah, okay, never mind. Squirrel. There's some mint, milkweed that started in one little plant and took over this garden in its own way. And again, I let it go to seed. Where it comes up, it comes up. I'll see it in the summer. Gardens that I have pulled a lot of weeds on. Little marigold plant that I've been harvesting seeds from to plant out in the fields between our tomatoes and between our peppers. Also pull them and feed the chickens. They don't particularly run to them. They don't seem crazy about them, but they're supposed to help with the yolks. And I'm not having any problem with shells or yolk or anything out of them. But, you know, anything that helps, helps. So they get it. This is Beijing grass. It's also called angel grass. I have this in different places all over the property. And if you can see that root system, like I can pull out this chunk and it will not make a difference. But that root system, I don't know if I'm getting it. It's just incredible. I have not found a whole lot of information on it. I know that it is medicinal, and I know that diabetes is one of the things that it helps with. That's as much as I know. But it's called Beijing grass. I saw it called angel grass in a couple of articles. But I have pulled plugs of this and put it in so many places. The chickens love it, and it thrives on neglect. Like, you don't have to do anything to this stuff. You don't have to necessarily water it, fertilize it. It doesn't seem to care where it grows. It's happy. And these are empty, and I'll come through with the hoe and do all of that. I've only done those couple of beds, do a little bit every day. This is another milkweed that has pretty much kicked the bucket. Most of them that have stopped blooming I pulled out, but I had a lot of them in those middle bins too. This is dill that's going to seed. Looks a lot like the fennel. And I leave it for the pollinators. And there's one little lonely strawberry back there. There's asparagus here that someday I'll have an asparagus bed for. It's going to happen. Got lemongrass right here. I cut this way back. I'm intending on trying to pull it apart and like replant and reuse this huge planter for something else. What else? Oh yeah, the other beans. Sorry if I'm walking a little fast for you. I harvested a few green beans off of this morning. We're getting about a handful every day, about a handful every other day, to be fair. There's one right down there, a couple down there actually. And then what's left of my strawberries? More green beans here. And they've kind of fallen down in the strawberry. This was a strawberry planter that, well, it's been repurposed, as I lost most of the strawberries to pests. And there's some green beans there. I've been planting more green beans in the garden out in the fields that we're going to keep covered. As a matter of fact, I may turn around and I've got some of these that I've saved for seed stock. I may turn around and see if I can plant those as quickly as I hope I can. All right, folks. Thanks for joining us. I was in the middle of doing something. So, you know, I had to go get my phone. Look at that bamboo. I had to go get my phone, show everybody what I'm doing today. All right. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you. I saw that we had a new subscriber. Welcome all of our new subscribers. I appreciate you being here, and if you've been here since video number 1, by the way, this is video 401. I didn't even realize. I was looking at my channel earlier, and I'm like, 400 videos? Wow. My son said the other day that he's going to free play all of my videos for the funeral. I looked at myself, I think I'm somewhere near 400. I looked today, I was right at 400. I don't know if that includes the shorts or whatever, just kind of a funny, haha. All right. Love you guys. Thanks for coming along. We'll tour another area soon. Won't be tomorrow. I won't be here. But I'll depend on you to go back and look at old videos and stuff, you know. All right. May bring you something from Jensen. You never know. I may or may not remember to take my tripod. But you never know. All right. Talk to you later. Bye, guys.